Hello, welcome to another video. In this video, we're going to look at control flow statement. In that, we have categorized or have grouped this into three, and we are going to start with decision making statement. So, with the decision making statement, we have if else statement, we have switch cases. So, these are the two. We have the if else statement here, and we have our switch cases here. So with the if else statement, we are going to take only if statement, and we are going to also have if statement with else, and we will also look at if and else if statement. So let's look at the syntax for if statement. Sorry, the if only or only if statement. So with the only if statement, we're going to have if with our condition here, then the body of our statement. So this is the syntax for if. So let's get some condition. I'm going to create two variables here, string name 1 is equal to, I'm going to say Stephen or Stephen anyway. Then you have another name 2. Name 2, you are going to say Stephanie. So with the only if statement, you are going to check if name 1 is equal to name 2. So we will say if name 1 is equal to name 2. So if it is equal to name 2, what should happen? So we are going to say if it is equal to name 2, print equal. Okay, let me say 1 equal 2. Then we end with semicolon. So we are in this statement, you are saying if the first name Stephanie here is equal to the second name Stephanie, then only if it is equal to, then it should print 1 is equal to 2. So let's run it and see what we get. Okay, so it is done. So because name 1 isn't equal to name 2, it was not able to execute the print statement here. So let's make it if it's not equal to, so that we are going to say if name 1 is not equal to name 2, then print 1 is not equal to 2. So let's run that and see. Okay, so we are getting 1 is not equal to 2 here because Stephen is not the same as Stephanie. So this is only with if. So when the condition here fails, then nothing will be executed and you're not going to see any action, or you're not going to see anything at all. So you'll be just waiting for nothing to come. So with the if statement with else, it is going to tell you that if this condition fails, then give me a particular value or give me something. Let me know that it's failed. So we are going to try with the if statement with else. So with the one with else, we are going to say if name 1 is equal to 2, so equal to name 2, then print print 1 is equal to 2. Then we will say else. So if the statement here fails, then print to us something here, let us know that it failed. So I will say false statement, just like that. False statement. So if the statement here fails, then tell me it is false statement, meaning name1 is not equal to name2. So let's run this. Let me comment the print statement here, then let me run this one. So it is telling us that it's false statement. So if we'd have not added the else, the statement here wouldn't have run, but we wouldn't have noticed anything that something like that happened. So with the else, it is going to give you an info on what you are trying to do. You ask somebody to get you something, so you tell the person, if you get there and there's this, buy it for me. If there is nothing like that, either return my money or buy different thing. So if the if statement fails, then the else will run. But when the if statement does not fail, then nothing at all of the else will run. So let's make it not equal to, then we will see that it is printing 1 is equal to 2 because the statement here did not fail. It is true that name1 is not equal to name2, so I should have made it 1 is not equal to. So okay, so we are getting 1 is not equal to 2 as our answer, or as our response. And because the first statement or the if statement did not fail, it will not get to the else. So the else will only run if the if statement fails. Okay, so let's get to the if and else if statement. So with this one, we are going to have double conditions. So let's take example like if name1 is equal to name2, then print print 1 equal to. Then we get to the end of the body and say else if. So if the first one fails, then you should check the condition here. So else if name1 is, so we're going to say if name1 is not is not equal to name2, then what should you do? Then you should print to us one is not equal to 2. So with this one, we are giving it two conditions. Unlike this one there was no condition for it. So at the point where this statement fails, don't check anything again, just bring this one to me. But with the else if statement, if the first statement here fails, meaning you should check for another condition. Don't just print anything to me. Check for the first condition here before you give me anything else. So if this fails, then it is going to work on this one. So let's run this one and see. Okay, let me comment this one out first. Okay, and let's rerun this. So we are getting 1 is not equal to 2. So meaning the first condition failed and it came to run the else condition. So it was able to check if this and this, name1 and name2, are equal. And since they aren't equal, it got the print statement here for us. Okay, so that is it with the if statement. And we can also add another else to it, so that if any of the two statements here fails, then statement without condition, like do anything without any condition, just print something to me, like let's say return. So meaning if the first and the second condition, the if and the else if statement fails, then just give us something like this. Okay, so let's change the names here to numbers. So let's use 4, then 6 here. So we are checking if 4 is equal to 6, then you should print 1 is equal to 2. Okay, let me see, let me just use equal rather than equal. Then if 4 is not equal to 6, print not equal, else return. So let's make this one greater than, so that we will get the else statement. Else if 4 is greater than 6, so just print greater than. So let's run and see the magic here. Okay, so we are getting the return because the two statements here failed. 4 is not greater than 6 and 4 is not equal to 6. So for that matter, it checks no condition again, it just return. It just brings the print statement here, or it gives us whatever it is supposed to do. So that is it for the if and the else statement. So let's go to switch. the switch cases. So with the switch cases, it works similar as the if and the else statement. So with this we use the switch keyword. So we are going to say switch, then I'm going to select switch case. So this is the syntax for the switch case. We have switch, then it takes expression, whatever you want, like as we use the statement here, 4 is greater than 6. So we get some expression here. Then the case, as in, let's say the condition, if it is equal or not. Then if this particular case is true, then it just breaks, it stops there, or you can give it a default value. So let's declare a variable here. So let me say I'm going to use int id number is equal to 4, 5, 5, 6, 8 and 7. So our expression here is going to take id number, the expression is going to take our id number. Then we take the case. So we are going to compare numbers. The cases are going to compare numbers. So for our first case, we are going to give a value to it. So we are going to give 4, 5, 5, 6, 8, 8 to it. So we are going to say if this case is equal to, if the value here is equal to the value that we are giving to this expression. So if the value here is the same as the id number, then we're going to say print. We're going to say print what should I print? Let's say id number is, then let's copy this and paste it here. I'm going to say id number is the number here. So what if this particular thing fails? So you can go on with different cases. So let's have about 3 cases. So after the break, we declare another case. So let's say case 4, 5, 5, 6, 8 and then 9. So for this case, we are going to say, we are going to print id number is this. Then if it is true, we break. So if this particular case is also true, then we return with our print statement, then you break at there. So then let's go another one. Let's use case. Let's give the exact value that we are looking for. So case this number, then print id number is, let's copy this and smash it here. Alright, then if it is true, just break. Okay, so by default, let's say print, we are going to print let's say no match for ID. So we are saying there is no match for the ID number or the ID anyway. So let's run this and see the answer we get. Okay, so we are getting 455,687. So if you compare this number to the expression that we give, the value of the expression we give, they are the same. And because they are the same, we are able to execute this particular case for us. So let's make it some way. Let's fish something out. So let me change this number to 4. So if you should run this, we are going to get the default. So we're going to say no match for ID, meaning there is no number which is the same as our ID number. So we can't get your ID number in our database. So we only give you something if the number that you printed is the same. Okay, this is for the decision making statement. Let's get to the next statement, which is the loop statement.